Hey everybody, this is Saul Castaneda with Mcscgreenwheels, and we're here at home. And now that you guys have seen us, that we're pushing more and more through our 1993 GT Foxbody Coyote that we call Sergeant Reckless. The wire's still kind of giving me a pain in the ass, but you know what? I'm not a wire guy. I'm getting there. We keep putting these videos out so you guys can see we're trying to take care of all these harnesses and all these other little things that we don't want anything to have any trouble do when we do start it. Another thing that we ran into in time that we've been going back and forth with has been the AC system to our Coyote. A lot of you guys know you can go to LMR and you can hop on there and get that whole kit, which is awesome. It's great if you don't already have a lot of those components. And when we started our project back about 5 years ago, we got our Coyote with our power by the hour, or actually it was a Sean Highland Motorsport bracket or whatever for the power steering pump and the AC, and it came with a 2015 F-150 compressor, which is what goes with that engine. Unfortunately for our 1993 Foxbody, we are using a 99 compressor, and we're going to go ahead and give you a little bit of the breakdown. And the process of this was, it's been a lot of homework, because for the most part, when you do a lot of things, we ask for a lot of help to save us some time, and sometimes, there's a lot of people that cannot help you. We went around from shop to shop to see who can make us these lines by anything that we can explain to them. And when you don't know the terminology and you don't know what you're talking about, sometimes when it comes down to AC stuff, because it does have its own terminology as well too, which you will find out soon enough, it's hard to kind of convey your information. Or, when you call some people and you're, trying to get a quote, it's going to get done. Then you get gaslit, and then you'll hear anything, or maybe you just don't want to do it. I don't know. Whatever it is, you get fed up to the point that, you just say, screw it, I'll do it myself. So, guys, stay tuned. We're about to break this down for you as far as how, where, how much all of this costed us, in the sense that we already had components and we didn't want to go ahead and spend and see the idea to spend another $800, $900 on the same thing that we some already had. Here we go. Compressor right here is from a 99 Ford Mustang. We got it at AutoZone. Came in at about 127 bucks. And it also comes with like a $15 core or $20 core. So if you don't have the original one, find yourself a used one and toss it in there. It'll be good for you. We have the AC compressor suction discharge manifold. This was about 70 bucks, and I think this comes from a 2002. From a 2000 to 2002, I think it's a Contour, if I'm not mistaken, that I looked up. But this is what you'll need to go with your compressor. Along from AutoZone, we picked up the liquid line. Now, the liquid line has an orifice tube already inside of it. I know that LMR's has the orifice tube to the side, or extra components for you to put it in. But we picked up ours from AutoZone as well. That was $38. We also picked up from 87 to 93 air conditioner evaporator core, which you guys already saw. We already put into the car, and it's sitting inside the heater box. Now, for the compressor, when we switched up from our 2015 F-150 compressor to our 99, although it looks the same and it kind of like similarly sits the same belt, this guy's just a little shorter. So when you go to set him up on your engine, which we'll show you when we go to set him up, he will end up lining up right around here because it doesn't line up. It's still too short. So you guys need to get this. Is the power by the hour AC compressor bracket for the Coyote setup. It's $80.99 plus shipping and handling. You're looking at about maybe 120 bucks, man. Yeah, they tell you it's a bolt up. You can bolt up this compressor straight to the engine, but when you do, you will be very upset to find out that it's not gonna line up. And we'll show you. We'll put this up without it, and then with the bracket to show you exactly what's going on with that. Moving along. What also we picked up from LMR was the AC compressor pigtail. This comes from a 94 Mustang AC compressor clutch pigtail right here. And we have our original sensor, which is our pressure sensor, which is this guy right here. And we just clean him up. right? And he sits above, right on top of the accumulator, which will show you a couple of things that we did with that. That pigtail is $6.99. The other one that we picked up is the AC cycling switch repair harness. Oh, I'm sorry. This is the pigtail for your compressor. This is for your clutch right here. Apologize for that. I'm not a robot, guys. Bear with me. I'm reading notes. I'm getting old. This is the one for the compressor. So that guy sits right there. You will be splashing that into your Coyote package, which we have our performance, our how do you call it? Our performance box. We'll be plugging this in there. So we'll be cutting off the one that's there to put this one in. That's why you need that. And again, this is the switch along with its compressor. We picked up our mounting gear for our condenser. We picked this up from LMR, also not cheap. It was 79 bucks for a couple of brackets, but then again, hey, we need them because can't use the old stuff. So we picked up, this is our original from our 93 4-cylinder 2.3. There's a difference. On our V8 93, this line goes that way. It goes towards the driver's side, loops around the back, and then connects to the compressor, which sits in front towards the driver's side. On the 4-cylinder, it comes straight across because the compressor sits towards the bottom of the front of the passenger side. So we have to use the 82 to 93 AC accumulator. We picked this up. This is our original, but we picked up the similar one from Arctic Air. Again, $15. And then it was $9.99 shipping and handling. As you guys can see, it's the exact same thing. It's got a little cap here for the sensor to go on there. And you need this in order to fit properly on your Coyote swap. Again, the other thing that we noticed is that when you do install it, it still ends up a little cocked. And it just looks weird. Aesthetically, it looks weird for me. You could take a good picture from the top and it looks fine and everything, and I'm pretty sure it worked great and everything. I just can't deal with the whole fact that it's sitting off to the side. The other thing that bothers me the most is kind of sitting right on the engine. So that vibration from the engine or any kind of jerking may end up jostling or breaking this thing, and then you'll have an AC problem all over again. So what we did, we picked up these from eBay. It's the exact same thing. It's an aluminum one. It's not totally a big difference. And what we did to ours in order to make it fit was just give it an extension. Now bear with me, guys. It's not the prettiest thing in the world, but we had a hard time coming around anybody that can actually do it here in the city. And we found some guys that are willing to take care of it. One of the things that we're going to do, we're going to test fit this thing and see if it holds some pressure. But what it does too, it just stays away from the engine far enough, and it actually sits down flush. So what we did, we cut it down the middle, as you guys can see right here. We just cut the middle here, extend it out, and they branched over just a little bit more. I think they may have nicked it there or something with one of their cutting tools, but we'll figure that out when we get to install it. What we added here was just about another 2 inches, and what it does, it moves it away from the engine block, giving it proper room, and then lets it sit right in that little pleural space where the side skirt right here of the fender wall come in, and then doesn't touch it not at all. That's what we did to ours. This guy was $28, and it costed us 65 bucks for them to do this. I know we'll figure out a little bit better later, but for right now, once we get it on there and get it all pressed up, we'll see how good it works. Let's move along, shall we? A couple of other things that we picked up from Technochoice Parts, specializing in automotive air conditioning components, were the spring lock fittings. Now, the biggest problem we had is just trying to find what the name of these things were. I don't know them, and what they look like is basically that. What you need on your suction manifold are 2 sizes. There is the smaller one, which this is a number 8, and it goes just fine in there. And on the top is a number 10, which I'll show you. It looks like that. Bam. And that's how it goes. Now the bottom of this guy right here is the bead lock. We're going to be crimping this to our lines, which now I'll show you what those are. And to get back to the price on this, the number 8 fitting, which will be this guy right here. This is a 45 male spring lock fitting, number 8. Fits a size 8 hose, is $6.32. This is a 90-degree male lock spring fitting, number 10. And fits a size hose, number 12. And that is $8.32.
Where did they get it from?
And these come from
Tech
Choice Parts, specializing in automotive air conditioning components. It came up to a total of $14.63 with a shipping of $10.95, $25.59 for these guys right here, man. Now, our refrigerator line, which is this guy right here. This is a, let me see, where's the size? Oh, right there. This is a 1332 line, and there's a number 8 line. So this line, what they talk about number 8, is the inside right in here. So that'll go right there like that. Just gotta make sure you match your line to the inside of your fitting. And then that'll be for our high side, which is the 16mm port, which will go right here in between. We'll end up cutting a fitting right in between here. This line right here is $22.70. It's about 6 feet. So this is the number 8. We picked this up out of eBay. Along with that, we picked up 25 feet of this 5/8 number 12 AC line. This is going to be making our low side. And these take a number 12 fitting. Let's just show you. It should be nice and snug in there. And then we get ready and put that together. This bad boy right here costed us $27.52. Also, picked that up right out of eBay. Now, in order to make this all happen, we had to go ahead and get a special tool. As you all know, I have tools. I just don't have every tool. So with that, you know what? They can't make it for us. They don't know what we're talking about. We're just crazy. Forget it. We'll just do it ourselves. We went ahead on eBay and picked up the Crimper. Now I get it. This is Great American Chinese. And this is a black manual AC hose Crimper kit. It was $99.76. You don't necessarily have to pick one up, guys. But if you do, I guarantee you'll be the talk of the town. Because you will have a lot of friends if you have a lot of Coyote building friends. This bad boy is going to get us through some hard times, considering that we have 4 bad boys that we're building. So no more asking for favors. Quick little breakdown is it opens up pretty easily. Now, as I showed you, we got the ones with the beads, and the bead is that guy right down there. So what we do when we put our hose and we get our proper fitting, we'll just set them in here. We lock this bad boy down, and you sit them down, you pass the pin through it, and then you torque it down. It gives you specific torque, how far you should go so you don't break it. It also comes with a whole bunch of other sets here, and there's your number 8, your number 12, and your number 10, and of course they're both right here as well. And it gives you a little base you get to screw down either on your table or somewhere sturdy, because when you're going to go ahead and crimp it down and lock it down, you're going to definitely have to hold this bad boy in place. Now we picked up the one with the torque.
And that's a 16 man.
And yeah, and right here, just to show you, that right here is our number 6 setup. So we're already ready to rock and roll here. So when we'll be getting around to that video soon enough. So the good thing about it is there is the other kind that is the pneumatic with the hand squeeze. Now we read a whole bunch of them, and I decided to go with this one because we get to use a torque wrench. And just to torque it down, depending on the specification that it tells me to do so, we will be doing that, which you guys will see video for that. As far as the hydraulic one, I have a hydraulic line maker, and it's a brake line maker, let me be exact. And although that's good and everything for your line, these lines are, even though aluminum, may be a little hard to compress on those beads, and so you may leave it a little loose. So I read in a couple of the forums that the hydraulic one may leave it a little loose. I figure I go for broke and just for this fail safe and go with the torque. This way there will be no leaking whatsoever. I know that I got it down to the right position. Moving on to a couple of the other eBay stuff that we picked up. We picked up the AC fitting steel crimp, and that is a number 8 with the service port. Where did I put you? Right here, buddy. With a service port. That'll be him right here. Again, it's line 8 with a service port, and this has got the bead here for the high side, and this is a 16 millimeter high side connector. So we'll be putting this to our high side, which is going to be the number 8, small one. You know, no science here. You know, it's not rocket science, guys. At least we're not gonna try and make it look that way. You know, this bad boy costed us $11.35. So the number 10, this guy, which is the 13 millimeter number 10. This is the fill port for our low side. Now the fill port for the low side again is the big one. This is the 5/8 number 12 line. So we're gonna go ahead and put him. This will be close to our. This is gonna be coming off our line from our accumulator. This is the high side. This is the low side. Sorry guys. So we'll be getting him set up. As you can tell, 2 different sizes here. He is 1420. We also got the AC quick disconnect fitting 90 degrees. This is the female entrance. Now this one's important, guys, because this guy right here comes to the condenser, and I'll show you the condenser, which is right here. Oh, sorry, which is right here. This is the feed that's coming directly in from your compressor. This is the number 8, going to the number 8 line right here. And this gun also comes with a bead. This was $6.99. We picked up this the switch here, also from eBay. Came in at $12.95, $14.32 plus shipping and handling.
Is that the sensor?
This is the sensor. This is the switch sensor. As you guys can see, it replaces. This is one from eBay, and it goes right on your accumulator. And this is our original one that we pulled off the accumulator. We just cleaned it up, made it look pretty. But yeah, this is one from eBay that you picked up, and again, we showed you that we picked up the pigtail for this too, which we'll be splicing into our control pack. And of course, last but not least, our condenser. Now our condenser here, we also picked up out of eBay, was $71. You can pick this up from AutoZone and your O'Reilly's, and so what we're trying to show to you that this is not a big mystery. You can go to any of these places, pick up like your condenser, your accumulator, your suction line, your compressor, your manifold, the parts that, even your switch here, but the parts that you will need help to get, and you will need, you know, some specialty places are your spring lock fittings. It'll be your power by the hour bracket, of course, coming in from power by the hour for the conversion to Coyote setup. We got a couple of the pigtails from LMR and a couple of the mounting kits here for the LMR, and a help from eBay as well with some of the hoses and stuff. So, in conclusion, a lot of this stuff is not rocket science. We try to make it look that way, and so what we're going to try and do, guys, we're going to try and be as transparent as we can. If you see that we are messing up, please let us know before we make the video. Hey guys, we want to make you a short little video. Hopefully when we get down to this, everyone's watching. Believe me, if you or anybody else needs this, you should be watching. Guys, I want to thank everybody on Instagram, Facebook, and especially on our YouTube page. Give us a comment, tell us what we're doing wrong, and stay tuned because this one's going to be a good one. We're going to put it up in about 3 series, 5 series, maybe a 20. Hey guys, if anyone's looking for a cheap Fox body, get over to MCSC on Facebook, and you will see that we post as many of those Fox bodies up there, either affordable or not. Remember, they're not our cars. We just put them up there for buyers and sellers. We're trying to make this a better community for everyone. You guys, stay a good night. We'll see you soon.